John 10:20. Dicebant autem multi ex ipsis, daemonium abet, et insanit, qui Deum auditis. But many of them were saying, he has a demon, and he's insane. Why do you listen to him? First we have dicebant, which is in the imperfect tense, which, at least as far as tenses are concerned, the imperfect refers to past continuous action without a definite start point or a definite end point. Because of this, it is very convenient for narratives, as it is being used here. Then we have multi ex ipsis. Now, this phrase is not the most idiomatic Latin. We'd probably be more likely to expect multi eorum. However, the translator is trying to mimic something in the Greek that also, notably, is not the most idiomatic Greek either. So perhaps, to mimic the unnaturalness, it would be more fitting to stick with multi ex ipsis. Next, we have the question of what is a daimonium, and why are they accusing Jesus of having it? To start off, daimonium is a borrowing into Latin from a Greek word, and the Greek word is actually derived from another Greek word. We start off with daimon, and from this word is derived daimonion, and then from daimonion into Latin, daimonium. Daimon means something like a divinity or a divine power, and then daimonion is simply the same word in the diminutive, so something like a little divinity or a little divine power. And this conception of daimonia being little deities or little divine powers is seen in Plato's Symposium, where one of Socrates' colloquitors comments that kai carpando daimonion metaxu esti theou te kai thneto, that every daimonion is between a god and mortal. And in the Greek context, that typically means nature spirits or lesser divinities, minor gods we are typically accustomed to calling them, whenever they're referred to in an impersonal sense. In the Jewish context, however, they have a very complex system of referring to spirits and demons and angels of various kinds. So when Greek became the predominant language amongst them, the most bland term to refer to these things that are not God, but are certainly not human, would typically be referred to as a daimonion. And in the Christian sense, it typically gets flattened out to be simply demon. Even our word for demon comes from this word. But it picks up that meaning over time. And a careful reader of the Septuagint, for example, will note that it is used in both a very Greek sense and often in a way that's very familiar to Christians, but that largely stems from incredible overlap in meaning. Then lastly we have et insanit, qui Deum auditis. He's insane. Why do you listen to him? Or a little bit more idiomatically in English, why would you listen to him? This is simply a declarative statement and a direct question.